Hello friends, here is my first of a few journals I'll be making. I thought it'd be fun to make a tall, slim one. I've used a mix of true vintage pieces, ephemera, and a few digitals. And the best thing about this journal is the beautiful background papers I downloaded from Pixie Dust Files on Etsy. It's her spooky season printable papers. And they're just so gorgeous. The colors are deep and very saturated, and I don't want to cover them up too much, and I interspersed them with tea-dyed papers and pages from a Victorian fashion book and a history book. So let's get started. I just did a simple black satin ribbon around it and a black flower, so we can take this out. And on the top here, we just have a Halloween postcard scan and an old Victorian. They're very serious looking. These kind of look like cemetery gates to me. And then this ad here is for Jacob Green coffins. Now here is the outside that I used of these. Look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? All I did was put a simple ribbon down it with some beading on it. And let's open it up and see what's inside. So the first thing I did was I made a pocket using a Tim Holtz paper doll. And the tag that comes out says her eyes were shining. A scan of probably a 20s Halloween postcard right here. Here is a bag that I made. And I backed it with some of her butterfly paper. And in the bag, I've made a long tag. And it's a lady dressed in mourning. This is a French book page right here. And it says, in Victorian times, wearing black was just one aspect of grief. And on the other side, we have this funny little pumpkin man. Dictionary page. This is an actual last will and testament of someone from, I think it's 1916. Yes, July of 1916. So here's a real will, real signatures on it. And on the other side, I just thought these ladies look like they might be up to no good. They have a little secret smile on their face, so possibly it's Halloween. And behind that, I put a newspaper ad for Halloween costumes from Kresge's, starting at $1.98 for costumes, and then crepe paper costumes are only 79 cents. One for gorgeous papers. Now this card I made, there's a story behind it. I've put this vintage postcard scan on top of the French book page. And the story behind this is, before Halloween became a night for costumes and trick-or-treating, it was a night to stay indoors. In the like 1800s and early 1900s, people would give indoor parties on Halloween night, and they'd play a lot of games. And the older girls would play ones that would divine their romantic future. The girl would stand in front of a mirror. Sometimes they'd have an apple. Sometimes they would have a candle. This one has a candle. And then they stare into the mirror and they say something like, the face of My future lover will appear in the glass, peeping over my shoulder. And then they'd wait for the man to appear. And if the man didn't appear and the skull appeared, you were in big trouble. Oh, there she goes here. This is a envelope from 1928, and you see the black outline here. This was an envelope for a card to mail out to let people know that a loved one had passed away. And this is another one, and this one's even earlier. This is 1909. So that's they would mail out cards. Maybe it would say when the funeral would be, or maybe it was just to let people know that somebody had passed on. And again, look at this gorgeous background paper. I didn't want to cover it up. And another scan of a Halloween postcard. Here's a cute little owl that says Happy Owleen, and here's his little owl feather I put on the paper clip. This is Dolly Dingle's Halloween paper dolls from a magazine. And on this side, we have a journaling card with a scarecrow on it. And then another newspaper ad, exciting Halloween costumes. And here's another scarecrow and a princess, Mickey Mouse, Zorro, skeleton from Woolworths. I think we all had Woolworth costumes when we were kids. Little spiderweb, orange spiderweb pocket here. This is a photograph from an old Edwardian fancy dress party. She was dressed as Cleopatra. And one more Halloween costume. This was from a magazine. Looks like it's probably about the 20s or 30s. Costumes for Halloween. Here's the center, a beautiful dark butterfly. On this side, I've got a paper bag here, and I've put this creepy spider lady on here in her web of orange spider webs. And in this bag, I've put this vintage brochure, The House in Which Abraham Lincoln Died. Ooh. And another costume. This is from a fancy dress party. I think she's a shamrock, or maybe she's the month of March. She's got the shamrock headpiece and whatever that thing is. On her sleeve, she has little shamrocks. Here's a cute black kitty, ready for Halloween night. And here's a pocket with another photo of a fancy dress lady. She was day and night. And here's a tuck spot up here, and one more Woolworth ad for costumes. Looks like this is in the 60s. Here's the Munsters. Oh, no, that's the Munsters. This looks like Lurch from the Addams Family. And then this is an ad for pumpkin lanterns that I guess you carry around at nighttime. This right here is a little booklet, and this is an actual, I don't know if it's a trading card or or what it was, but it's called The Motherless. And here's the angel wing for their mother. And I just made a little baby journal in here with some blank pages that you could write on. And on this side, this girl is another one. May you see your true love's face. And she's got the mirror and the candle, waiting for somebody to appear behind her. This is a cute download I got, and it was by Shopmoonsteamstudio. And it's the Haunted House Loaded Pockets. There were 3 of them. I only put 1 in here. But you can see there's the haunted house and the pocket. And she gives you all these little bitty bits to put in the pockets. For each of the 3 pockets, you get quite a variety of goodies to put in. And it also included this key and this square here for snake oil liniment. Here's a pocket here. Looks like she is she's all kinds of games. That's dominoes and chess and cards. She looks like a springtime fairy. She looks like a geisha. May Halloween always greet you with a smile. Happy Halloween. Here's another pocket I made out of a French book page. Halloween greeting. And just a little journaling tag with a lady in mourning on the front. Here's a colored version of the newspaper ad for Woolworth's more trick-or-treat costumes and candy too. Baby Ruth. And in the back here we have a cute little Jolly Halloween. I just put some black braiding on the side of that one. And then there's her bats and the back side. And that's it for my Tall Slim Halloween journal. And I've got a couple more coming up soon, but I thought I better get a head start. Hope you enjoyed an early Halloween. See you soon.